Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that might just change the way you handle your hard-earned cash. And guess whose insights we're spotlighting? None other than Elon Musk, a man known not only for revolutionizing transportation and space travel, but also for his refreshingly straightforward views on money management. Now, you might be wondering, what does the guy behind Tesla and SpaceX have to say about personal finance? Well, buckle up, because his unconventional wisdom is about to shed some serious light on why your savings might be evaporating faster than a rocket launch. Imagine this. While most of us are busy chasing the latest trends and flashy brands, Elon Musk is out there prioritizing long-term value over short-term indulgence. His approach isn't about depriving yourself, but about making smarter choices that lead to lasting wealth. Today, I'm going to break down several common money traps that many of us fall into. Habits like splurging on high-end brands, overspending on gadgets, and even getting caught in the web of endless subscriptions. And I'll be doing it all through the lens of Elon Musk's no-nonsense philosophy. In this video, we'll explore why it's not the flashy logos or the shiny new tech that truly make you rich, but rather the smart decisions you make every day. From avoiding impulsive purchases to rethinking how you invest in your future, these insights are all about redirecting your money toward things that genuinely matter. So if you've ever felt like your savings are stuck in a rut, or if you're simply curious about how one of the most innovative minds on the planet manages his finances, then you're in for a treat. Stick around till the end, because not only will you learn how to cut out those sneaky money drains, but you'll also get inspired to adopt a mindset that could transform your financial future. Grab your favorite snack, but maybe don't splurge on it. Remember, Elon's all about smart spending, and let's get started on this journey to financial empowerment, Elon Musk style. The brand name obsession. Is the logo really worth your paycheck? Let's kick things off with a little confession. Who among us hasn't been tempted by that flashy designer logo? You know the one, that expensive bag, sneakers, or watch that screams, "I've made it," even if your bank balance is whispering otherwise. But here's the kicker. While many of us are busy chasing these brand name dreams, real financial gurus like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates are out there doing things completely different. Imagine this. Elon Musk, one of the richest men on the planet, still lives in the house he bought decades ago and drives a modest car. Mark Zuckerberg is known for his signature gray t-shirts. What do these guys know that we don't? They understand that the price tag doesn't always equal quality, and that flashy logos rarely translate into long-term value. Instead of splurging on expensive brands to impress others, they invest their money in things that appreciate over time. Now think about it. The next time you're eyeing that $1,000 handbag or those designer sneakers, ask yourself, is this purchase really going to make me richer? Spoiler alert, it probably won't. Instead, consider investing in your future. By channeling that money into assets like stocks, real estate, or even a solid emergency fund, you're setting yourself up for a secure financial future. And hey, you can still look great in a minimalist, logo-free outfit that says, "I know what's really valuable." It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart with your money. If you focus on value rather than vanity, you're already ahead of the game. So next time, instead of saying, "I need that designer bag to complete my look," try saying, "I choose quality over flash." Trust me, your wallet will thank you in the long run. Buying a house too soon. Don't let the dream turn into a debt nightmare. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest traps out there, buying a house before you're actually ready. Owning a home is often seen as the ultimate sign of success, a dream that many of us chase from a young age. But here's the reality. Rushing into homeownership can be a recipe for financial disaster. Many people fall into the trap of taking on a massive mortgage because they feel pressured by society to settle down or invest in your future. But let's be real. If you're not financially ready, that house can quickly turn from a dream into a debt monster. Think about all those hidden expenses: maintenance costs, property taxes, insurance, and unexpected repairs that seem to pop up out of nowhere. Before you know it, you're stuck with a financial burden that makes it nearly impossible to save for other important goals. On the other hand, the financially savvy approach is to wait. Instead of buying a house right away, consider renting while you build up your savings, invest wisely, and establish a solid financial foundation. This way, you're not tying up your money in a single asset that might not even appreciate as much as you'd hope. Plus, renting gives you the flexibility to move around, explore different neighborhoods, and find the perfect place without the long-term commitment. I know it sounds counterintuitive. After all, isn't owning a home the ultimate goal? But hear me out. Patience is a virtue when it comes to money. The wealthiest people understand that financial freedom comes from being liquid and flexible. By waiting until you're truly ready, you not only avoid the pitfalls of high-interest debt, but you also position yourself to take advantage of better investment opportunities in the future. So if the idea of owning a home is burning a hole in your pocket, take a step back and ask yourself if you're really prepared for the long haul. It might just be the smartest decision you ever make. The sneaky subscriptions cancel what you don't really use. Let's move on to something that's silently draining your bank account every month: those pesky subscriptions. Think about it: streaming services, gym memberships, magazine subscriptions, fancy apps. Sometimes it feels like you're paying for everything under the sun. And yet, how many of these services do you actually use? Chances are, quite a few of them are just collecting dust. It's like having a gym membership that you signed up for with all the best intentions, only to find that your treadmill is gathering more cobwebs than sweat. Or subscribing to a streaming service for that one show and then forgetting about it for months on end. These subscriptions might seem harmless at first, but they add up. Over the course of a year, you could easily be wasting hundreds of dollars on things that you never really need. So here's a simple hack. Take a good, hard look at your bank statements and identify the subscriptions you're paying for. Ask yourself, when was the last time I actually used this service? Then cancel the ones that aren't adding any real value to your life. Not only will you save money, but you'll also free up some mental space by not having to keep track of a dozen different logins and monthly charges. In today's digital age, it's all too easy to sign up for every free trial that comes your way. But remember, free trials eventually turn into paid subscriptions if you don't cancel them on time. So set a reminder on your phone, or better yet, use an app that helps you manage your subscriptions. Your future self and your bank account will be eternally grateful. Smoking, burning cash, and your health simultaneously. All right, let's get serious for a minute. We need to talk about smoking. Now, I know this isn't the most lighthearted topic, but it's one of those habits that can really wreak havoc on both your health and your finances. Picture this. If you smoke a pack a day, you're probably shelling out around $200 a month, which comes out to about $2,400 a year. Over a decade, that's nearly $250,000 gone up in smoke, literally. And it's not just about the immediate cost. The long-term health consequences of smoking can lead to astronomical medical bills and lost productivity. Think of all the things you could do with that money: a dream vacation, a down payment on a house, or even a nice little investment portfolio that could secure your future. Now, I'm not here to lecture you or make you feel bad. I know quitting is hard, and if you're in the habit, it's not something you can just decide to stop overnight. But consider this. Every cigarette you don't smoke is money saved, money that could be invested in something that actually builds your wealth. Plus, you'll be doing your body a huge favor. So if you're still puffing away, maybe it's time to reconsider. There are tons of resources out there to help you quit, from support groups to nicotine patches. Find what works for you and take that first step toward a healthier, wealthier life.
New cars. The fastest depreciation machine you could ever own. Who here loves the smell of a brand new car? I mean, who doesn't enjoy that new car feeling? But here's a little secret. Buying a new car might just be the fastest way to see your money disappear. The minute you drive it off the lot, your shiny new ride can lose 20 to 30% of its value. And within 5 years, it might only be worth half of what you originally paid for it. Now I get it, the allure of a new car is strong. You imagine yourself cruising down the highway, turning heads, and enjoying all the latest tech. But here's the cold, hard truth. That dream is costing you a lot more than you think. Instead of spending a fortune on a depreciating asset, why not consider buying a slightly used car? You can get a car that's only a few years old for a fraction of the price, and it's likely still in excellent condition. It's not just about saving money up front. It's also about avoiding that heart-sinking feeling every time you check the car's value online. Imagine putting that money into a high-yield savings account or investing it, over time. That could grow into a substantial nest egg. And let's be honest, there's something incredibly satisfying about making a smart financial decision, even if it means sacrificing that new car smell for a while. So next time you're tempted by the allure of a brand new ride, remember, sometimes, used is the new. Credit card debt, the hidden trap of high interest rates. If there's one thing that can spiral out of control faster than a runaway shopping cart, it's credit card debt. We all know that credit cards are a convenient way to buy what we want, when we want it, but they can also be a financial booby trap if you're not careful. Making only the minimum payment each month means that a huge portion of your money goes toward interest charges, rather than actually paying down the balance. Picture this. You make a $500 purchase on your credit card, and because of high interest rates, that $500 could end up costing you significantly more over time if you don't pay it off in full each month. Before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle of debt that feels almost impossible to break free from. The key here is discipline. Only charge what you can afford to pay off every month. It might be tempting to splurge on that extra pair of shoes or gadget, but think of the long-term costs. Managing credit card debt isn't just about avoiding high interest. It's about cultivating a mindset that prioritizes financial health over immediate gratification. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that you're in control of your finances, rather than being controlled by mounting interest bills. So, if you ever feel that twinge of temptation when swiping your card, pause and ask yourself if it's really worth the potential headache later on. Impulse buying. When treat yourself becomes empty wallet. Have you ever walked into a store or scrolled online and thought, I deserve this, I deserve this, I deserve this, only to end up with a shopping cart full of stuff you never really needed? Welcome to the wild world of impulse buying, a habit that can sneak up on even the savviest among us. Impulse buying is that little voice in your head that convinces you to click buy now, just because it's on sale, or because the deal is too good to miss. And while that spontaneous purchase might give you a momentary rush, the reality is that these small expenses can add up to a big dent in your budget. The trick is to develop some self-control. One popular tip is to adopt the 24-hour rule. If you see something you want, wait a day before making the purchase. More often than not, the urge fades, and you realize you didn't really need it after all. It's all about prioritizing long-term goals over short-term satisfaction. Instead of buying that extra gadget or trendy item, consider putting that money towards something that will actually benefit you in the future, like a nice little investment or a savings account that grows over time. And hey, if you do indulge in an impulse buy every now and then, don't beat yourself up. The key is to be mindful and strike a balance between enjoying life in the moment and securing your financial future. Eating out too often, the pricey cost of convenience. We've all been there. It's a busy day, you're tired, and the easiest solution is to grab a bite on the go or hit up your favorite restaurant. But as delicious as that meal might be, eating out too frequently can put a serious dent in your wallet. Think about it. That $15 lunch might not seem like a big deal on its own, but do it every day, and you're looking at over $300 a month, or even more when you factor in dinners, coffees, and snacks on the side. Now, I'm not saying you should never eat out. Life is too short to eat the same salad every single day. But maybe it's time to strike a balance. Cooking at home not only saves money, but it can also be a lot healthier. Plus, cooking can be fun. Put on some music, experiment with new recipes, and you might just discover your inner chef. And if you're really missing that restaurant vibe, consider inviting friends over for a potluck or hosting a themed dinner party. It's social, it's fun, and most importantly, it keeps more cash in your pocket. By making a few simple changes to your dining habits, you can redirect that money towards something that truly makes a difference in your financial life, like a vacation fund or a new gadget that you've been eyeing. The used kind, of course. So next time you're tempted by the convenience of takeout, remember, your wallet will thank you when you opt for a home-cooked meal instead. Upgrading gadgets constantly. Do you really need the latest tech? Let's be honest, we live in an age where technology is constantly evolving, and the pressure to have the latest smartphone, tablet, or laptop can be overwhelming. Every few months, there's a new gadget with innovative features that promises to change your life. But here's a thought. Does your current device really need an upgrade? Or is it just that shiny new version that's luring you in with its sleek design and fancy promises? The truth is, most improvements in new gadgets are often marginal. Your old phone still works perfectly fine for scrolling through social media, checking emails, and watching your favorite shows. Instead of falling into the trap of buying the latest model every time, try to extend the life of your current devices. Not only will you save a lot of money, but you'll also be doing your bit for the environment by reducing electronic waste. So next time you see that new gadget ad pop up on your feed, take a deep breath and ask yourself, do I really need this? Chances are the answer is no. Instead, focus on investing in things that truly matter, whether that's saving for a rainy day, paying off a little extra on your credit card, or even exploring a new hobby that enriches your life. Remember, being tech-savvy doesn't mean you have to be tech-spending. Excessive social spending, keeping up with the Joneses. We live in a world where social status often seems to hinge on what we buy, where we go, and how we impress others. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of spending money just to keep up appearances. Whether that means throwing lavish parties, dining at expensive restaurants, or buying the latest trendy items just so you can say you have them. But here's a little secret. True success isn't measured by how much you spend on impressing others. It's measured by the financial security you build over time. If you're constantly trying to live beyond your means just to fit in or impress your friends, you might find yourself drowning in debt before you know it. Instead, try focusing on what truly matters, like building a strong savings foundation, investing in your future, and creating memorable experiences that don't break the bank. It's all about balance. Enjoy your social life, but don't let it come at the cost of your financial well-being. Imagine this. You could be hosting a simple yet memorable get-together at your place, instead of splurging on an overpriced night out. Real friends will appreciate the time you spend with them more than the extravagant setting. So next time you feel that pressure to overspend, remind yourself that it's okay to say no to the lure of excessive social spending. In the long run, your bank account and your future self will be much happier. Lottery tickets and gambling, the mirage of instant wealth. The age-old dream. Winning the lottery or hitting it big at the casino. Who hasn't fantasized about that life-changing jackpot? But here's the reality check. The odds of winning are astronomical. Spending your hard-earned cash on lottery tickets or gambling is like trying to fill a leaky bucket. You might add a little water here and there, but overall, you're just losing more than you gain. The allure of instant wealth can be irresistible, especially when you're feeling the pinch financially. But instead of gambling away your money on something that's almost guaranteed not to pay off, consider more reliable ways to grow your wealth. Invest in yourself, put money into a savings account, or even explore the stock market. These methods may not offer the instant rush of a lottery win, but they build long-term value and stability. Gambling can also lead to a dangerous cycle of addiction, strained relationships, and overwhelming financial stress. If you or someone you know is struggling with the gambling habit, remember that help is available. There are resources and support systems in place to help break the cycle. So next time you feel that urge to try your luck, take a moment to think, is it really worth risking your financial future for a fleeting thrill? Overpriced bar drinks. Enjoy the night without burning a hole in your wallet. Let's take a moment to talk about a favorite pastime for many, a night out at the bar. Sure, there's nothing like unwinding with friends over a cocktail or two, but if you're not careful, those pricey drinks can add up faster than you can say cheers. A single cocktail might set you back $15 or more, and if you're out with friends every weekend, that's a significant chunk of change lost to what I like to call bar math. But don't worry, there are plenty of ways to enjoy your social life without breaking the bank. Instead of always hitting up the swankiest bar in town, Consider hosting your own get-together at home. You can create a fun, relaxed atmosphere, mix your own drinks, and still have a blast without the exorbitant price tag. Plus, your friends might just appreciate the cozy, laid-back vibe over the loud, crowded scene of a typical bar. It's all about being smart with your spending. Enjoy your nights out, but always keep an eye on your budget. There's no shame in opting for a more affordable option if it means you're keeping more money in your pocket for the future. After all, nothing feels better than knowing you had a great night without the guilt of overspending. Too many personal care products. Simplify and save. In today's world of beauty and self-care, it's easy to get caught up in the endless array of products promising miraculous results. From a dozen different cleansers and serums to an entire lineup of hair care items, the temptation to buy it all is real. But here's the truth. More doesn't always mean better. In fact, overloading on personal care products can not only be hard on your wallet, but also on your skin. You might find yourself wondering if that extra expensive moisturizer or the miracle serum is really necessary. The answer is often no. A simple routine, a gentle cleanser, a good moisturizer and sunscreen is usually all you need to keep your skin happy and healthy. The same goes for hair care. A quality shampoo and conditioner are often enough to do the trick. By simplifying your personal care routine, you're not only saving money, but also avoiding the pitfalls of trying too many products at once, which can sometimes lead to irritation or even worse, skin issues. So next time you're tempted by a new product that promises the world, take a step back and evaluate whether it truly fits into your routine. Your skin and your bank account will thank you. Junk food. The costly habit that's bad for your health and wallet. Alright, let's talk about food, specifically junk food. We all love a good bag of chips or a tempting slice of pizza, but here's the thing. Those tasty treats come at a steep price. Not only can a diet high in junk food lead to serious health issues down the road, but the constant snacking on expensive, processed foods can really add up over time. When you compare the cost of junk food to fresh fruits and vegetables, it becomes clear that healthier options can actually be more economical in the long run. Plus, investing in your health now means you're less likely to face hefty medical bills in the future. Think about it. A bag of carrots or a head of lettuce can cost a fraction of what you'd spend on processed snacks. And they come with the bonus of essential vitamins and nutrients that keep your body in top shape. I'm not saying you should never indulge in your favorite treats. Life is all about balance. But if you find that junk food is a constant expensive habit, it might be time to reassess. Not only will you be saving money, but you might also notice improvements in your energy levels, mood, and overall well-being. So the next time you're reaching for that extra bag of chips, consider whether it's really worth the cost, both financially and physically. Holiday spending. Celebrating without the financial hangover. Finally, we come to the festive season, a time for joy, celebration, and overspending. The holidays are meant to be a time of togetherness and warmth, but all too often, they end with maxed-out credit cards and a lingering sense of regret. It's all too easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of buying expensive gifts, decking the halls with pricey decorations, and planning extravagant parties. While it might feel great in the moment, the aftermath can be a serious financial headache. Imagine spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars on gifts and festivities, only to find yourself struggling to pay off the bills when the season is over. Instead, try shifting your focus to what truly matters, creating meaningful memories with your loved ones. There are plenty of ways to celebrate that don't involve splurging, from homemade gifts to potluck dinners and fun, low-cost activities that bring everyone together without draining your savings. Plan ahead, set a realistic budget for your holiday spending, and stick to it. Look for deals, consider DIY projects, and remember that the true spirit of the holidays isn't measured by how much you spend, but by the joy and connection you create with those around you. By being mindful of your holiday expenses, you can enjoy the festivities without the dreaded financial hangover afterward. Wrapping it all up, a path to financial freedom. So there you have it, 15 common ways that many of us end up wasting money without even realizing it. From falling for the lure of expensive brands and buying a house too soon, to getting trapped by subscriptions, credit card debt, and even junk food. These habits can add up and hold you back from achieving true financial freedom. But here's the good news. Now that you're aware of these traps, you have the power to change your habits and start investing in a brighter financial future. It all comes down to discipline, planning, and making smart choices. Every little decision you make, whether it's skipping an impulse buy or opting for a used car over a brand new one, is a step toward a more secure, wealthier tomorrow. If you've enjoyed this video and found these tips helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me which money trap you're going to tackle first. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. We're all in it together, learning, growing, and laughing along the way as we navigate the wild world of personal finance. And before you go, here's a final thought. Building wealth isn't about making huge leaps overnight. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. So whether you're cutting back on expensive dinners, canceling that unused streaming service, or finally putting an end to that brand name obsession, every decision counts. Thank you for sticking with me through this deep dive into the common money mistakes that might be holding you back. I truly believe that with a bit of humor, a lot of determination, and some smart choices, anyone can take control of their finances and build a future that's not just secure, but also full of opportunities. Now, if you're ready to change your financial habits and stop throwing your hard-earned money away, join me on this journey. Let's learn together, laugh together, and most importantly, grow our wealth together. Because when you stop chasing after the things that don't matter and start investing in what truly does, the possibilities are endless. Bonus, real-life stories and a few laughs along the way. Before I wrap up, let me share a couple of funny, yet eye-opening stories that might hit a little close to home. Picture this. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, was so obsessed with the latest gadgets that he upgraded his smartphone every single year. One day I asked him, "Dave, does your phone even work anymore? Or are you just collecting them like stamps?" He laughed and admitted that his old phone still did everything he needed it to do. He was just lured in by the shiny new features and the excitement of owning the latest model. That story is a perfect reminder that sometimes we get caught up in the hype and forget what's really important. Then there was another story about my cousin Lisa, who went on a spending spree during the holidays. She ended up with a mountain of gifts, decorations, and a credit card bill that could rival a small country's budget. When I asked her how she felt after all that spending, she said, "I feel like Santa's little helper. Except I'm not making any money, and I'm broke." We all had a good laugh about it, but it really drove home the point. Celebrating the holidays doesn't have to mean emptying your wallet. These stories aren't just here for laughs. They serve as reminders that none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes when it comes to money, but what matters most is that we learn from them and make better choices moving forward. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive into the 15 ways we might be unknowingly sabotaging our financial success. I believe that with the right mindset and a bit of humor, we can all overcome these challenges and turn our financial dreams into reality. Until next time, keep smiling, stay smart with your money, and remember, your future is as bright as you decide to make it.